Hello and welcome back to SciTech. In this video, I'm going to show you to make some glue stick icicle Christmas lights with using a WS2812 Neopixel and an Arduino Nano. Let's get started. And these are the items you're going to need to make for this project. The items you're going to need is 9 glue sticks, 9 Neopixels, which is the WS2812B Neopixels. You're also going to need a 9-volt battery clip, a 9-volt battery, and this right here is an Arduino Nano proto board. If you want to see in a previous video of how I made this, click on the annotation card above. You're also going to need some leads that come from LEDs or resistors, and you're also going to need some wires and some neodymium magnets. Now let's go ahead and assemble this project and let's get started. First, I'm going to go and solder to the leads of the Neopixels. Next, I'm going to take these 3 wires and connect it to the Neopixels. Solder the black wire to ground, yellow wire to data input, red wire to 5 volts. Next, solder the wires over to the lead wires. Next, I'm going to take a shrink tube and cover up the solder connections. Cover it just like this. And there, it should look just like this. And now it's time to assemble everything together. Next, I'm going to take the 9-volt battery clip. This wire is a negative, and I want to connect that over to ground. And then take the positive and connect it to voltage input, or VIN. And now take the wires from the Neopixels. Take the negative wire, or the ground wire, and connect it to ground. Connect 5-volt wire to 5 volts. And then take the data input wire and connect it to data 6. Make sure everything is plugged in nice and secure. And I'll connect the 9-volt battery to the 9-volt battery clip. And there, the circuit is now complete, and as you can see, it works. Next, I'm going to take the scissors and separate each of the Neopixels. Chop it up just like this. Make sure it cuts perfectly in the line. And there, it should look just like this. Next, solder tin all of the leads. And it should look just like this. Next, I'm going to connect all the Neopixels back together with using all of these wires. And connect all the wires the exact same way as I did before. Next, I'm going to take a large shrink tube, and I'm going to place it over all 3 of the wires. Doing this will hold the wires together, basically creating cable management. This will make things look a little bit more organized. Before I do this, I need to connect those wires to the next Neopixel. Very important, you must follow the arrows because that's the direction of the current flow. Connecting them backwards will cause it to not work. So, respect the arrows. And now finally, shrink the tube, which will then create cable management. And now repeat the same process with the rest of the Neopixels and wires. And there, it should look just like this. Next, let's go ahead and test it out. Take the Arduino Nano and the 9-volt battery with the 9-volt battery clip and plug everything back together, just like before. And there, as you can see, it works. This is very nice. Next, I want to take the neodymium magnets and connect them on the back of the Neopixels. Next, take a small drop of super glue, place it on the back of the Neopixel, And now take the neodymium magnet and put it into place. Spray some activator, and now the neodymium magnet stays in place. Repeat the same process on the rest of the Neopixels, and it should look just like this. What's very useful with these neodymium magnets is that way I can take these Neopixels and connect it to any surface that is attracted to the magnets. That way I can place the Neopixels in unique positions. Next, attach the glue sticks to the Neopixels. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take the glue sticks, and icicles are not all the same length, so what I need to do is cut these in a random length. The idea is I'm going to cut it right about here, kind of randomly, so that way they're all uneven. Cutting it right here looks good. And now I have 2, which means I don't need 9 glue sticks. I'll just need about maybe 4 or 5. Cut them up uneven, just like this. Next, take the glue stick and attach it to the Neopixel. Using a flame and melt the end of the glue stick is one method. So let's see what it looks like when you do this. And now gently use the flame and melt the glue stick. One problem of using a flame on a glue stick is that it leaves a lot of soot on the glue stick, which makes it not look very nice. Now as you can see, the glue stick is now melted, and just simply place it on top of the LED and it will glue into place. Place it on top, twist it, and hold it into place and wait for the glue to solidify. And it should look just like this. Instead of using a flame which leaves a lot of soot, I'm going to use a hot air to be able to melt the glue sticks. Using hot air will melt the glue sticks without any soot, which will make it look very clean and clear. And as you can see, that looks a lot better. And now do the same thing and attach it to the Neopixel. And as you can see, there's a very big difference. Using hot air, it comes out nice and clean, and using a flame leaves a lot of soot, and it does not look very nice. So clearly, using hot air is a lot better. And now repeat the same process with the rest of the glue sticks, and it should look just like this. And now the Neopixels are now attached to my workbench, which my workbench is made out of metal, and there's the neodymium magnets holding the glue sticks into place. This is an example of what I was talking about. And now what I need to do is make the glue sticks not look like glue sticks anymore and turn them into icicles by simply taking the hot air and melting the glue sticks, giving them a natural drip effect. And using a natural drip effect will cause it to look like icicles. Gently take the hot air and gently melt the glue sticks. And let gravity let the glue sticks drip a little bit. So just simply wave the hot air at the glue stick all the way around to make it nice and melted. And now it's dripping, which is looking like an icicle. Just let it drip down, like that, and do the same thing with the rest of them. Now it doesn't quite look like an icicle, but it's a glue stick, so it's very hard to make it look like ice. I would have to have glue dripping on the outside, which isn't very easy or practical to do. But for something very simple and basic, this looks good enough. And now let's go test it out. And there, as you can see, this looks amazing. They actually do look like icicles. Very nice. Now let's see how this looks in the dark. As you can see, this looks amazing in the dark. Very nice. Now let's see how they look displayed in another position. Outside there's a tree, and I'm going to go take these LEDs and put them on the tree. And as you can see, it looks very nice on a tree. Of course, if it was longer, it will look even better, but this is just an example of how it looks. Another option to display them, since this fence is made out of metal, the neodymium magnets will allow the Neopixels to stay in place, sitting upright. And there, it should look just like this, which looks very nice. And there you have it. Now you know how to make your very own glue stick icicle Christmas lights with using a few simple parts, such as some WS2812 Neopixels, some glue sticks, and an Arduino Nano. Thank you for watching SciTi Tech. I hope you learned something new, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and of course click on the bell icon to be notified of future SciTi Tech videos. To the next tech, goodbye.